Hello everyone. Today we will be covering SAT Math, and the topic at hand is center, spread, and shape of distributions. So it's basically a lot of the topics that you've already studied in middle school or high school. We're just going to do a quick recap. So we have mean, mode, and median, and then for spread we have range and standard deviation. So we'll go one by one. First, it's important to understand what exactly is mean. Mean, in simple words, is your average. You're basically just adding up a bunch of numbers and you're dividing it by how many numbers there are. Just like if everyone shared something equally, how much would each person get? So they've given you an example. So there are a bunch of numbers. You're just going to add them together. And how many values are there in total? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're just going to add it, divide it by 5, and you get your mean, which is number 6. Similarly, there's another example, but it's in a different way. So you have a table here. It says that this many students own this many pets. So 4 students own 0 pets, 3 students own 1 pet, etc. So they've said that the teacher asked 12 students how many pets they owned, and the results are shown in the table above. What is the average number of pets owned by the students? So to find the average number, they're indirectly telling you to calculate the mean, where what you're going to do is just going to multiply the number of pets with the number of students. So it becomes 4 into 0 plus 3 into 1 plus 3 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus. So you're just going to add this entire thing together, and you're going to divide it by 12 because that's the number of students you have. So they've done that just here, and then you get 15 by 12, which is 1.25. So on average, each student has 1.25 pets per student. Now, then you have median. So median is like, let's say there are a bunch of people standing in a line, and you want to find the position of that one person sitting exactly in the center. That is essentially median, or the middle value. So what you're doing is that if there's an odd amount of numbers, you just pick the value that's in the middle. But if there are an even amount of numbers, then you will have two values left in the middle. So what you're going to do is you're just going to add them and divide them by 2. So essentially take their average and you get your median. So they've shown you some examples. You have 9, 7, 12, 5, 9. First thing to do is you're going to essentially put them in the right order. So you're going to put them in ascending order. So it becomes 5, 7, 9, 9, 12. Because this is an odd number of values, 5, so you just basically what you're doing is you're just cutting numbers from each side. So 12 gone, 9 gone, 5 and 7 gone. In the middle, you have 9, and so that becomes your median. Similarly, what would you do if you have an even number of values? So over here, we have 10, 2, it's gone, 7 and 5 gone, but then you have 6 and 7 left in the middle. You're just going to take its average. You're going to do 6 plus 7 by 2, which gives you 6.5. So that will become your median right here. So then you have mode. So mode is, you could say, like the most popular kid amongst in a set of numbers. So it's showing the number that has appeared the most number of times. So the most frequently mentioned value in a set of data. So over here you can see that you can clearly just tell by this number of the set of numbers, the 3 is the one that's most repeated. So you will know that the mode is 3. Now, over here, now what's happening is that they're saying what is the mean price of the item Stevie bought in dollars. So what you're doing is that you have an item, you have their prices, and you're supposed to calculate their mean. So what you're going to do is just simply add all of these together. So 3 plus 5 plus 2 plus 15 plus 5 plus 5 plus 7. And you're going to divide that by the number of items that there are. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 items, and you add everything together, divide that by 7, and you get your mean. Then they're asking what is the median price of the items that Stevie bought. So to calculate the median, once again, you're going to arrange everything in an ascending order. So the lowest price is the salt box, so that comes first. Then you'll have the VHS tape, etc. You're just going to arrange it in order. After that, you're going to start cutting from both sides because this is an odd number of values, which is 7. So the one left in the middle will be your median. And for mode, which price is the most frequent? So you can see that $5 is the one that's most repeated, so 5 becomes your mode. So that's how you're going to answer this question. Then we have range and standard deviation. We'll be covering that in our next video.